Apple. We've discussed a lot about the iPhone 17 Air, right? It's a new razor thin iPhone that they're going to push out the Plus model. And there will be no iPhone 17 Plus. They're going to push the Plus model out and insert the iPhone 17 Air. That sucker will be sold out for months upon months when they release it next year. And we know they're going to come out with an iPhone flip with the 18 series, but we have a sneak peek at one of the other models, one of the other devices. Now, it's probably not a big surprise to many people as far as what it will look like, right? I mean, when you talk about iPhone, they all look the same, dating back to what, 5 or 6 years. Now, the iPhone 17 Air, again, going to be razor thin, will look considerably different from anything we've seen from Apple. It's going to have a camera bar across the top, right? Not in the triangular module that they have right now currently. So that will start to look different. The flip obviously is going to be completely different. But unfortunately, I have something that's not necessarily a new design change, but we do have new colors. So I know Apple caught a lot of flack for introducing the really cool, neat looking colors, the bold looking colors on the base models, right? The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus got all the cool, bold colors, right? While the 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max got pretty bland, right? Pretty bland colors. They introduced a new desert titanium, which basically looks like a gold color, quite frankly. But we got our sneak peek at the very first iPhone 17 Pro. Now, what the difference is, it's going to look the same, so, not a shocker there. But the big news is that they're going to introduce the colors that are on the 16 and 16 Plus that have all the cool, bold colors. They're going to introduce those colors to the Pro and the Pro Max next year. So the iPhone 17 Air, the razor thin phone, will be in place of the Plus model, but they're going to keep the Pro and Pro Max going to look the same. I have a picture. Going to look the same as they do now, the 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max, but they're going to introduce the new colors. And here's what they look like. Let me upload this. Here we go, right there. So there you have the iPhone 17 Pro in a teal, a light green, light blue, and dark green iPhone 17 Pro. Now, we don't know if there's going to be any more colors. These are just the ones that we've got at the moment. So they could introduce... They'll probably have the black, right? Because that's what I ordered. A black 17 Pro... Oh, Jesus Christ. A black 16 Pro Max. I think that gets her on the 15th. So I'm assuming they're going to keep a black. I'm assuming they're going to keep a white, possibly a natural titanium, but they are going to introduce, I'm assuming, we don't know for sure. I'm assuming that they're going to introduce I'm assuming they're going to keep the black and the white, possibly the natural, and then introduce some more colors here as well. Let me see if I got any more pics of these. What's going on, Walter Scott? Appreciate you joining us today, sir. Thank you very much. I do not have any new colors available. This is all we got at the moment. So if you were holding out, if you did not upgrade this year, probably, maybe, possibly want to upgrade next year if you want to get some more colors, or if, quite frankly, if you're bored with the colors they got this year, they will introduce more bold colors, real colors, next year. I know the black in the desert titanium, and then they have a white and a kind of a silver color, which is their natural titanium. Didn't really introduce many colors. Google Pixel, the same thing this year. I wish they introduced. The only cool color, I don't know why they do this. All the cool colors are on the base model, like the Pixel 9, although I would never use or buy a pink phone, but Google with this Pixel series, they have a real, like a Pepto-Bismol type, really, really bold pink in the base model. And then they got really cool colors in the 9. Pixel 9 is where all the cool colors are at, and then the Pro and Pro XL are just basic colors. I don't know why they're doing this, but it is what it is. I don't know. You can buy a skin from D brand and choose your own color, right? Now, check this out. The other big news, Apple news making headlines today, and let me know how you feel about this, because I kind of am agreeing with Apple with this. Now, it hasn't been made official, but this is what they're talking about behind the scenes, behind closed doors, in the boardroom. And I agree with them. And don't let anybody tell you anything else. They copied nothing on this. They copied nothing. I know they brought it up in their boardroom discussions. Carl Pei was the first to make a big decision, and then Apple followed along. So here's what Apple is going to do. So there's been a lot of talk on the AI, Apple Intelligence, with these new iPhone 16 series, right? Well, they were not on their phones at launch, and they're getting roasted. There's a lot of people online kissing Apple's ass, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that will not say anything bad about Apple. I'm not one of those people. Apple can kiss my ass for all that I care. They banned my original iCloud account because I'm assuming because I've haven't been talking that favorably about them, and I made that video about the Nothing messaging app where you can message iPhone users from a Nothing phone while still getting green bubbles, and all the messaging works and all that stuff before Apple adopted RCS. So Apple blocked me, right? Literally, my iCloud account does not work. So they can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. When they deserve praise, I'll give them praise. When they screw up, I'm going to let you know, in my opinion, I think they screwed up. But I am in agreement with this decision. So what they're going to do, they've been catching a ton of flack online and on YouTube for not having their AI features on the device when they're launched. Now, as much as I am Team Pixel, I gave Google hell, right? It's equal opportunity over here. If you screw up, I'm going to let you know. If you do something good, I'm going to let you know. Google screwed up big time with the Pixel 8 series last year, and the same thing happened. They said, oh, we're going to have all these cool features, and it'll do this and it'll do that when they launched the Pixel 8. And when the Pixel 8 got into people's hands, when they got them, like, well, where's the features? What's going on here? Same thing happened to Google. Some of the features were not on the phone at launch. Oh, it'll be released 3 months. It'll be released in the fall. Well, there was a feature that Google announced at the launch of the Pixel 8. I don't even think that's on. Actually, I think they just released it with the Pixel 9. And please forgive me, I can't remember what it was, but take my word for it. So Google made that mistake last year. When they released these Pixel 9 series, they did not make that same mistake. Everything they announced at launch of this Pixel 9 series device was on the device when we got them in our hand. Apple screwed up, and they're learning from their lessons, because the news that's coming out with Apple today, let me pull up my screen. So Apple is reportedly not going to release devices, specifically the iPhone, on an annual launch date. So this is huge. So we know, and I'll get into Nothing in a second, everybody knows Apple releases iPhones every September, right? Mid-September, Apple iPhone's going to be out, right? Well, it doesn't look like it anymore. So Apple got so much backlash, and I know there's people inside Apple on the board that they were struggling. Some wanted to launch this device and release Apple AI at a later time on this iPhone 16 series. Some in Apple wanted to delay the launch of the iPhone 16 until, and not release the iPhone 16 until these AI features were on the device, meaning when users pre-order them and they get shipped to them, all the features are on the device. That's the way it should be. Keyword should. So it looks like Apple is going to do away with their yearly release date, meaning every mid-September we get a new iPhone. No. It looks like they're going to release an iPhone whenever the new features are ready. So if they're not ready by next September, and let's say they'll be ready, a month or two next year, that means no more iPhone 17 launch in mid-September. That means it'll get launched in November. It'll get launched in December. So they're going to do away with the yearly annual release schedule. Now, where does Nothing come in? The Nothing phones are phenomenal. If you're not familiar with them, I have a Nothing phone here. I have a Nothing phone right here. Right? Kind of, it's one of the Nothing Phone 2 looks like an iPhone, but it's very different, right? See-through back, awesome device. I just uploaded a video about it. So their flagship model, Nothing Phone 2, has been out for a year and a half. They were supposed to launch the Nothing Phone 3 in July. So then the Nothing Phone 2 came out July 2023. The Nothing Phone 3 was supposed to come out July 2024. Carl Pei, the owner of and the CEO of Nothing, made a statement saying, hey, look, we're not going to release the Nothing Phone 3 right now. And we're not going to release it until the AI features that we have implemented on this Nothing Phone 3, we're not going to release it until those AI features and everything is ready to go. And I'm actually surprised we have not seen any leaks yet. I would have guaranteed you we would have seen something at least by now or by the end of the year, and we still might. We still got a couple months left, but Apple's, it looks like, is going to take that same approach. So this shouldn't be, I'm not shocked by the decision that Apple is going to do away with a yearly release schedule. I'm kind of surprised but not shocked, right? Because Nothing did this first, and I agree. I 100% agree. If something is not ready, don't release it to the public. Because look, these things are expensive as hell. $1,000 for a phone, and there's people like me, people like Daniel in the chat, a lot of other people, a lot of other followers and subscribers of mine upgrade yearly. Every time a new phone comes out, boom, we get it. That's a lot of money we're shelling out. And look, I've only had a few devices sent to me. I'm still buying the majority of my devices with my own money. You see what I'm saying? Like, and so are you, right? So is the viewer. These are super expensive. Don't ship these to us. Don't release them if all the features that you're claiming this new device to have, do not release it. Do not ship it until it's ready, because it's a huge bummer when we get these in our hands and we're like, well, where's this? Where's that? I'm a sucker for I can't tell you how many times in the past I'm like, nah, I'm not going to upgrade. I'm going to keep this phone, I think, for maybe another 6 months or maybe another year. I'm not going to upgrade. It's just the same phone. And then you watch the keynote or the launch, and you're like, whoa. And they're like, and it can do this, and it can do that, and it can do all this. And I'm sitting there like, whoa, that is so badass. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to buy it. I'm a sucker for that stuff, but it is what it is. This technology stuff is my little splurge. I'm not, I was big into cars. Anyways, they get me every time. I just wish they would not either don't tell us it's going to have these features and then ship it to us without telling us the features, and then at a later point after we have the new device, a couple months down the road, then make an announcement and say, oh, look, we're going to release this for your phone and the update is available now. I would rather them do that or not release it at all until it's ready than tell us at launch, oh, it's got this, it's got blah, 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 blah. And then we get them like, what the hell's going on? You know, it makes you want to return it. It's a very expensive hobby. Very. I was just last week, I was adding up some expenses and stuff for my business, and I was like, well, let me add up all this too. My tech stuff that I have here, and it's I could buy a car with all of the shit that I have around here. You know, it's not cheap. And I mean, I guess I can you know,